One down, let's check out ticket number 2. Ticket number 2, PC2 can't ping PC1 192.168.1.100. Diagnose and resolve using the topology diagrams to guide you. Ensure switch 6 acts as PC2's DHCP server. Alright, let's look at the layer 3 diagram. PC2 is connected to R2 on the 192.168.2.0 subnet. So, let's go ahead and jump over to PC2. Alright, here we are on PC2. Let's go ahead and try pinging PC1 192.168.1.100, and the network is unreachable. Now, according to the layer 3 diagram, PC2 should have an IP address somewhere in the 192.168.2.0 subnet. So, let's go ahead and do a ping 192.168.2.255, and same thing, tells us that the network is unreachable. So, this pretty much tells us that PC2 probably does not even have an IP address configured. The ticket does not give us any commands to use on this PC, other than ping, of course. So we're not going to worry about troubleshooting from here. Instead, let's move one hop out to R2. Let's go ahead and start by checking the connectivity between R2 and PC2. PC2 is connected on gig 013, so we'll do a show IP interface brief gig 013. The IP address is 192.168.3.254, and that does not match what is on the layer 3 diagram. Now we'll probably need to fix this, but for the moment, let's take a look at the interface configuration. Show run interface gig 013. And we've got an IP helper address here pointing to 10.0.0.50, which is switch 5. The ticket said to ensure switch 6 acts as the DHCP server for PC2, so this is another thing that we're going to want to change. Last but not least, NAT is enabled on this interface, so that may be an issue. Alright, where do we start? Well, to get this config to line up with the layer 3 diagram, we have to change the IP address here. And we also have to change the IP helper to point to switch 6. So let's go ahead and tackle those things. Interface gig 013. No IP helper address. Need to spell it right. Helper address 10.0.0.50. And you have to remove the one that's there because you can have multiple IP helper addresses. We'll remove that one, and then we'll do IP helper address 10.0.0.60. IP address, and then we're going to go ahead and assign this 192.168.2.2, which is what is on the topology diagram. 255.255.255.0, and it says it overlaps with loopback 2. Okay, well, there's nothing on the diagram about loopback 2. The ticket does not constrain us from messing with loopback 2, so we're going to get rid of it. No interface loopback 2. Interface gig 013, and then I'm going to try to assign that IP address again, and that works. Now, since switch 6 should be acting as the DHCP server, let's go over there and see how it's configured. Show IP DHCP pool. And we've got one pool for the 2.0 subnet, and there are 154 exclusions, but that leaves plenty of addresses for PC2. It only needs one. Alright, let's dig a little bit deeper. Show run section DHCP. The default router is 2.2, which is R2, and the lease time is 7 days. So this looks excellent. Let's turn on some DHCP server debugs. We'll do a debug IP DHCP server packet and events. Configure terminal, and I'm going to set logging console just so that we see the messages here. Now look where it says DHCP discover received from client through relay 192.168.2.2 and then GI adder 192.168.2.2. When R2 relays those DHCP discover messages to switch 6, it's going to have 2.2 as its gateway IP address, its GI address. So switch 6 needs to have a route back to that address. Let's go ahead and kill these debugs, do on all. And now let's do a show IP route 192.168.2.0. And rather strangely, we have two equal cost routes between switch 4 and R2. Obviously, the one via switch 4 is not correct. Let's see if we can ping that. Ping 192.168.2.2, source it from 10.00.60, and it's unreachable. Okay, so we need to get rid of this other route, which is coming from switch 4. So let's jump over to switch 4 now. Show IP route 192.168.2.2, and it's a static route pointing to null 0, and of course it's being advertised via RIP with a metric of 0. Well, considering this route just sends traffic to the bit bucket, I think we're safe to remove it. So let's go to configure terminal, no IP route 192.168.2.0, 255.255.255.0, null 0 is the interface. Now let's jump back to switch 6 again. Let's go ahead and try pinging 192.168.2.2, and it works. Great. Okay, excellent. Now let's go reboot PC2, and once it comes back up, we'll see if it picks up an address from switch 6. Jump over to PC2 here, and we'll do a sudo reboot. Here we are on switch 6. PC2 has finished rebooting, so let's check the DHCP bindings. Show IP DHCP bind, and it looks like it's assigned the address 2.100 to PC2. Awesome. Let's jump over to PC2 now. Let's go ahead and do another ping 192.168.1.100, and it works. Problem solved.